Happy New Year to you all. Here I've spliced together 3 videos on the potential for energy and energy go. The 3 videos show you one of the dApps been created since last February, and after viewing the videos, hopefully you'll get the same indication of why I think the energy coin and the energy go coin will skyrocket. So grab a cuppa, sit down, watch the video, and if you haven't already got the coins, add them to your portfolio. Have a great 2022.
All right. Hey, everyone. It's Chris Huck. So I wanted to walk you through a little bit of StarStake. And I know it's been a minute, but I think you're going to love what you see here. So what I'm going to show you is some of the new updates and some of the new user interfaces, some of the kind of what the users, what you guys will go through as fans to check out all the different INFTs. What makes this different than what you've ever seen out there? A lot of people are like, hey, Chris, there's all these NFT platforms. These guys are doing the same thing, or these guys are doing NFTs. And just so you know, competition is great. I love it. It means there's more attention to the space. There's more attention to tokenizing your intellectual property. And there's so many benefits to that. But rest assured, there is nobody that does what StarStake does, coming from a technical perspective, from a user interface perspective, and both coming from a fan side of use and a creator, especially from a creator, because we pulled out all stops on this thing to give creators complete creative control to represent their brands, their IP in ways that they aren't getting out there. And that is really, if someone were to ask me what really makes this special, it's that. It's saying, hey, check out my StarStake page. Hey, go see my NFT on StarStake. Whereas typically, if you go to any other NFT website, it's more of an auction site rather than a profile. So let me show that to you real quick. All right, so you have StarStake, you have the main menu. This has all been condensed down. We've made things a lot simpler now. You have the main marketplace where you can shop for INFTs on your favorite YouTubers, to music, to podcasts, to art, to you name it, anything that's intellectual property. You have the new Get Bucks marketplace, because we have the only stabilized NFT based currency with customized designs by the stars themselves. We created a whole marketplace based around that, which is super cool. How it works page, we have resources now, right access into SteakHub, Creator Hub for the stars, for creators, information about the Bucks, minting guidelines for people that are minting and creating on the platform. There's some really easy tutorials there. And then for anybody that has Bucks, if you want to convert them back into crypto again, which is pretty cool, we have a tool that does that automatically. All right. So if we were to just go to the marketplace, actually, let's just scroll down here. We can get to some of the different search categories for INFTs right on here. So if we were to click on one, and this is just dummy content because we haven't imported any of the stars yet. So let's just click on this. If I wanted to check out this page by Shang. So here's my fiance, Shang. She's got a new hit single, Let Me Know. I can watch a video from her. I can stake now. I can check out her Bucks if she has some. I can check out her song on Spotify. The unique thing about StarStake is every INFT gets a card created just like this. So the creator, the star, can customize this insert, basically the picture that represents this, and it will automatically mint a card that has the title, who it's by, the category, the type. It even has a couple seals on here. So if someone were to sell this INFT on, say, OpenSea, they can use this card. So it's definitely unique compared to anything else out there. You can tell it's an INFT just by looking at this card, right? You can come down here. If I wanted to share her song to earn some extra royalties, I could do that just by clicking on earn or share at the top, just like that. I could add this to my watch list. If I, just want to kind of keep an eye on the action, I could do that. Down here is where you get into some of the cool stuff where all the write-up is about the INFT, where anybody can just basically explore the different benefits of this INFT individually, and the access rewards, which is really what makes StarStake so special. So you can check out, okay, if I stake $1,000 or more, these are all the different things I get. And then as you scroll down, you can see all the different stats. So what are your IP royalty payments? What is the fan royalty allocations? How long is the term of the contract? All these details are right here. and you can actually check out the reward tokens. So for example, these are, make-believe access tokens. But if I were to stake, say, $100 or more in her song, I could say, okay, I'm going to get these 4 access tokens. And if I was curious what that access is, I could just click on view details, and it'll bring me to the access token page. So it'll show, okay, high performance smoky. I don't even know what that means, but you get the idea. So it'll show a picture of the access token. It could be a product. It could be an event. It could be a download. It could be a gift. There's different categories of these access tokens, and there's different rarities as well. So this is a collectible rarity. It could be a legendary rarity, whatever. There's information, a video if you want to learn about what this access token does. Now, of course, I don't own this access token yet, so I can't get access to it. So it's restricted, but I can learn all about it, right? So whoever mints this, they can write all about the event or the product that they're giving you access to. So you can say, okay, great. I'm really excited about this access token. And maybe you want to go ahead and stake, or maybe you don't, but at least you can learn about it. So that was one thing that we did that is very, very unique that nobody else does. And so as a creator, as a star, you can mint all these different, and mind you, it's all free. You can mint as many access tokens as you want to attach to your INFTs. So imagine having this piece of art that has these other tokens attached to it, whether that be events, like I said, or products, t-shirts, anything. And we have a whole built-in claim system. So after I stake, say, her song, so if I were to go to, Sheng's song, and if I go to stake, right, and I chose this $100 kind of threshold, I could put in that amount, say I want to do $800, right, say I had bucks in my wallet, whatever. Once I actually purchased this, then what happens? This is where the magic of StarStake happens. Typically, when you purchase an NFT somewhere else, you have, you have the contract, you have the token in your MetaMask wallet. And just so we have a wallet right here. So as soon as you connect your wallet, you'll be able to see all your different coins. You'll be able to see your bucks in your wallet. It'll show them right here. You'll be able to see your INFTs, you'll be able to view your portfolio and your access tokens. You'll be able to see all this stuff right from your wallet here, and it'll take you to the respective place, okay? But once you purchase, you can actually see what's going on under the hood, and that's what we call SteakHub. SteakHub is where fans go to monitor their portfolio. So let's go ahead and go to SteakHub, and this is your SteakHub hub, or dashboard, I should call it, where it just shows like your gross royalties that you've received, how much you've cashed out, what's available to cash out, okay, and what's we call StarDex. And StarDex is our own index that we're building into StarStake. You guys, this is so amazing. The engineers and the architects behind this really have outdone themselves with this. So what that means is you'll see this white line right here. Okay, so let's just say your IP royalties. Now there's 3 different types of royalties that you can earn in StarStake. There's IP royalties, fan royalties, and referral royalties. IP royalties is if, and it's not a requirement, so if a star or a creator wants to share licensing revenue with you for staking their INFT, say a song, makes money on, I don't know, on Spotify, for example, if they want to share some of that revenue with you, some of that royalty, they can share that. That's what we consider an IP royalty. Fan royalties is what all the fans share together. So the more fans there are supporting a project or an INFT, you can earn royalties from that collective. And the star will choose how much of that money that comes in. So if $100 comes in from fans for that purchase an INFT, they can keep an X amount of percentage of that, and they can say, hey, I want to share that staking amount with my fan base, and they can choose that denomination. They can choose how much of that they want to share with you, all of it, none of it, whatever they want to do. Okay. And referral royalties is how much you've made on sharing a specific INFT. So if you share songs and share YouTube channels and things like that, you get these other royalties. So those are the 3. But the way this works is, so for example, if I go to look at, obviously there's no data, but let's just pretend. This is actually a good idea. So as you can see here, this white line is what I'm getting paid in IP royalties. So in this chart, so IP royalties, say it's $4,754.23. That's what I've made in US dollars in IP royalties so far on my whole account, all my INFTs put together. Okay, this is a gross dashboard. I can show you the individual ones here in a second. But the cool thing is that money is sitting in the contract. Okay, you don't have that yet. It's sitting in your account, and you can leave it there in the index, and that's what this purple line is. So you may have made, let's say you made $1,000 today, but because the index is going up, and inside the StarStake index is different coins. There's Energy Go, there's Minter, there's Energy, there's other coins in there that make up that StarStake, as we call it. And as that grows, your royalty can actually grow as those coins grow. Now you can cash that out for NFT Bucks and take that and turn it into cash or spend it on StarStake, however you want to do that. Or you can keep it in there in the StarStake and let that grow however you want. And that's what this purple line will represent, the growth factor of StarStake, which is our own index of coins. Okay. So, and that just shows all your IP royalties from all your INFTs here and so forth. Okay. Down here is a list of all the individual ones you bought. So if you bought, these are obviously just made up names, but you get the idea, how many stakers in this one, how much was staked, what are your royalties, how many access tokens inside of there, when's it expire, that kind of thing. Okay. And ones that you previously staked. Down here, it just shows your monthly royalties and then just shows what's in your wallet right here. Okay, so it's really kind of a cool dashboard. If you want to see individual stats, you can go here. So this is what I've already staked. So let's say I did this song by Shang. I can actually go to view details, and it'll show a picture of that INFT itself. Okay, and it'll show all the different, obviously, contract information, and then how much I've earned on referral royalties, the StarStake growth, all these different stats, my IP royalties, fan royalties, and referral royalties. So what I've earned there. And whatever I've earned, I can throw it right back into the INFT again. So if I'm really all about this, the money that I've earned, I can put it right back in. I don't have to convert it to bucks, or I don't have to do anything. I can just keep adding it. So my percentage of the royalties will go up based on how much I've actually spent. So you can just add it right there, or I can cash it out, right? If I have this, if it's growing in the StarStake, if I don't want to keep it in the StarStake, I don't have to. I can convert it to NFT Bucks, and I'll throw them right into my wallet just like that. Okay, you can cash those out. Or I can check out my access tokens. So if I want to see, okay, I purchased this INFT, I got backstage passes to a concert. How do I check that out? Where do I get that? You can just go to your access tokens right here, go to browse. These are just some fake access tokens, but let's just say, let's just go to this one. I can click view details. Okay. And here, okay, this is event access. Cool. I got event tickets. There's 2 of them available. And now you'll notice this is unlocked because I own the access token. Now to claim this backstage pass, if it were, I put in my name, my shipping address, and if I'm given maybe one guest, they'll explain what they need here in the description. And then I put in the guest name, I hit claim now. And it goes ahead and sends a claim over to the star saying, hey, Chris Hawk just wants, he wants his backstage passes for him and his guest to this movie premiere. And they get it. They confirm that they received it. And then what happens is I come back here to claimed, and it'll show the status of that specific access token. So it says, okay, the claim request was sent. It'll say received or fulfilled or, whatever the details. So you can click on view details to learn more. Okay, and you have these little icons that represent the type of access token or the rarity of those tokens. Some are going to be very rare, right? If there's only 2 backstage passes ever for this song, you can imagine that maybe you don't want to claim it. Maybe you just want to hold on to it and flip it and sell it for more money than you purchased it for, whatever the case. Okay, so really cool system. It's the only of its kind. It was quite something to build this, but we're excited about it. You also have access to your bucks here. You can actually see all your different bucks in your collection. You can convert those bucks. So whatever ones, these NFT bucks that you have in your wallet, if you want to convert them back to cash, you can do that. So you just come in here and you can select them, select how many you want to convert. Boom, you just complete the conversion, and it just takes those bucks and puts them right into US dollar coin for you. Okay, so it's pretty easy little tool there. And then if you need crypto, you can just get crypto, get it from an exchange like Coinbase or purchase with credit card right through the platform. And then we have a training center. And this was a big deal because we want to train not only fans on how to participate and do all the cool stuff in here, but also on Creator Hub. So I can actually go to the training center, which you'll see here. This is the fan version of the training center. So how to get started. For example, there's different courses in here that you can take, tutorials, etc. Here's an example of just a fake kind of getting started with StarStake. You'll see different modules, videos here, some notes, links, download resources, things like that. And then we even have a cool getting started sequence where if you finish this as a fan or a creator, you can earn, actually it's not even StarStake, we're giving away special limited edition NFT Bucks. So you'll be able to get an NFT Bucks, which you can cash out or you can hold on to them, which I would suggest because they will be quite rare. So we are incentivizing people just to go through the process and do the things to get your account rolling and start investing in supporting all the different stars and IP out there. So just a kind of a cool thing. And then we'll have different master classes on, how to really profit and how to maximize all the different features and cool stuff inside of StarStake, because it is pretty vast and dynamic in a way. So we'll have different master classes in there and trainings and so forth. So, but it does have that built-in training center, which is pretty cool. All right. So, but that is SteakHub in a nutshell. Of course, you got your wallet, your profile settings. This is just the fan side of things. You have this amazing marketplace. You got this amazing Bucks marketplace, which I haven't even showed you yet, but you can shop through here. You can actually go to different categories. For example, here's a music one. This is just music INFTs, right? So it just scrolls through all the different INFTs for music. You can shop in here, search, filter, do whatever you're going to do. And then you can go to all the different 7 categories: expert, sports, tech, products, etc. Okay. There's video training throughout the whole entire site. There's great support tools. So I'm excited for you guys to get your hands on this thing. I can't wait for the world to use it. But this is just a look inside real briefly to SteakHub and StarStake, INFTs, NFT Bucks. It's not good. Using cryptocurrency to buy stuff, like buy a t-shirt, is probably one of the worst things you can do. There's too many steps. There's too many numbers that don't mean anything to you. So you could have a bunch of numbers in your wallet, whether that be Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever it is, and it doesn't make sense to you, whatever currency you're used to using, whether it's dollars, yen, pesos, whatever. Okay, so there's that. There's the wallet. It's not a personal thing. It's kind of scary, right? Like those numbers could disappear and you could lose your money. It's different than what we're used to. And so it really isn't good. And it's volatile. These coins using cryptocurrency, it's so volatile, going up and down, up and down. And I know we have our own Energy Go coin, and we have that for a reason, but even that has its limits. Even that has its challenges, because the Energy Go goes up and down. Okay, the numbers, if you want to buy a t-shirt for $20 and then how much Energy Go is at 200,000 Energy Go or some crazy number, calculating that and even putting that on the website, it's just very foreign. Again, is it really usable? Maybe to some crypto people, but we're talking like we have to really innovate to make this something that we're going to use every day and make it friendly. And so the idea we came up with, say, hey, you know what? We can't deal with the gas fees anymore. You're not going to buy a t-shirt or stake something for $20 and pay $50, $60, $70 gas fees. Forget it, right? You can't use a stable coin. I mean, Energy Go is great for this, but it's still volatile, and the numbers are too different from what we're used to using. And the whole idea of having coins in a wallet is just so foreign, at least it is today. So how can we make that better? How can we offset the volatility? How can we create something stable? Well, we can't use USDC coin because yes, it's stable, but you still have the gas fees, so forget it. So how do we fix that? And so Alan came up with this idea. We started throwing some ideas around. He said, I have this idea, and whenever that happens, usually my head wants to explode because it means a lot of work, a lot of figuring things out. But he's genius when it comes to some of the back-end technologies and what it can do. It's somewhat of my job to see what it will do, but he can say, we can do this. And I'm like, okay, does the math check out? Yes. All right, let's figure out how this would work. And when he said that, I saw the Lucid chart, and it was just like a roadmap of downtown Los Angeles or something. It was just unbelievable. But then he explained it to me. He said, what if we created a visual currency called NFT money? What if we create a stable version of an NFT, but that it could be used as a currency to transact not only for StarStake or Cyber City, but for anything, for a Shopify store, for a t-shirt, for shoes. We created the first visual currency. And I said, well, how is that possible? And he said, well, we have the algorithm. We already have the technology in the back end. I've had it for a few years. We just haven't applied it to NFTs. And so I started thinking about it. I was like, okay, so you're saying that we can mint our own NFTs as images, right? If you're familiar with NFTs, regular NFTs, we could mint our own pictures, make our own designs, make it stable, use Energy Go, so it's the same, but it's stable. So if we mint a $1 NFT, maybe it looks like a bill, right? $1, it will always be $1. It never, no matter if Energy Go goes up or goes down, that is a stable currency that can be used to transact. And you're telling me that it's visual? Like they get this bill and they have it in a wallet and they can see it and they can look at it and they can collect it? I was like, how is that possible? Well, it's possible. And we built it. And it's freaking amazing. And it's probably one of the biggest things that we have ever done here so far, because it not only is great for our stuff, it is going to be game changing for everything online. We created what's called NFTBs, NFT Bucks, okay? NFT Bucks is a stabilized NFT that has a picture of a currency using our standards, our requirements, has our seals on it, and it uses our algorithm. So inside that NFT is a smart contract that stabilizes the price, meaning if you have a $100 NFT buck, right, a picture of that bill, it's always worth $100, $10, doesn't matter the denomination. Whatever that's minted as, let's just say it's a $100 bill, tomorrow, 100 years from now, that will always have a value of $100. You can just cash it in for USDC and take your money, right? Or you could just use that in a shopping cart to buy a pair of shoes, or to stake an INFT on our system, or to spend money inside of Cyber City. And the cool part is now we can invent a much better transaction, a point of sale process online where you actually get to pick your money visually. You can just flip your thumb through your phone and be like, oh, I'm going to use this $10 bill. I'm going to use this $20 bill. I'm going to use this $100 bill. I'm going to stake 10,000 with one flip of the finger using an NFT buck, which is a stabilized version. That $10,000 bill has $10,000 worth of Energy Go and the currency in there that is used to stabilize it. And when it's transacted, it's cashed out, that goes out. So it still helps the economy of Energy Go and energy. It does all the same things, but now you have these visual pieces of money. And so I printed out our Founders Edition. So what's going to happen in StarStake, stick with me here. I know I'm losing some of you. In StarStake, you'll log in, you'll connect your wallet, and you'll say, get your NFT bucks. So you'll be able to get your NFT bucks. You click a button, and it'll show different versions. We'll have what's called a Founders series of 10 different designs, different denomination and bill sizes, $1, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, etc. And you can choose what designs you want. You can collect them all. It's a series, it's a collection of 10 different designs. And it'll just, as soon as you buy them, you just use your wallet, the Ethereum in your wallet, boom, you buy them, and it shows up these pictures of these really cool bills, which you can use to then stake. So when you go to stake, you'll add, you'll say stake this song or stake this INFT, and then at the checkout, you'll choose what bills you want to use, okay? And you can choose to use them to transact for anything, okay? Or you could just hold on to them and collect them. You could go to OpenSea and flip them and sell them and auction them. And we're actually going to have our own platform that allows people to mint their own NFT bucks. And I'll get into that in a second. It's pretty amazing. So I printed these out so you could kind of picture them. These are some of the founder designs. You can see here's one. Basically what we did is we took the Founders collection of all these great innovators and owners of intellectual property over time and put them on these NFT bucks. Right, so here's one with Stan Lee. Okay, you can see that. Here's one, this is Thomas Edison. Okay, now these will be in digital form. I'll show you in a minute. I just printed them out. Okay, great Steve Jobs. Okay, here's one of Da Vinci, Leonardo da Vinci. Here's one with the great IP, Dr. Seuss, some of the greatest intellectual property right there. Alexander Graham Bell, we all know that, we use that every day. And another one, Jimi Hendrix. great artist, great musician. So there'll be 10 total. So those are some examples. You'll be able to collect these. These are as good as cash. This right here, this $1,000 NFTB, if I had this in my wallet on StarStake or in my MetaMask wallet, I could cash it in for USDC immediately if I wanted to. Or I could hold on to it and sell this for $10,000 or $2,000, double the price, double the value of it. I could sell it because maybe there's only 5 of these in existence, right? We'll have limited edition bucks, we'll have rare bucks, we'll have collectible bucks, we'll have standard ones. And the cool thing is people who make their INFTs on StarStake will be able to mint their own bucks. So when you go in to buy your bucks, let me show you, I'll give you a sneak peek here. Let me just turn this around so you can see it on my screen. Okay, you'll be able to buy edition. Here's the limited founders edition. So you can be able to get these different bucks designs, put them in your wallet and use them as money, just like you would anything else. There'll be packages, so you'll be able to buy bundles. Okay, or say somebody, let's say my fiance Shang, the musician, she can have her own Shang bucks and you can buy her bills to use, or you can collect them. Or if she has collector rare bucks, you can use them. But remember, they use Energy Go, they use our tokens, our coins to help back these and stabilize them. And then from that point on, you can just choose to do whatever you want with them across any platform. All right, so nobody has the technology to do this. Nobody's doing it. It's super complicated and difficult. And we have some amazing artists making the Founders Editions, which you all will be able to get. It'll be a limited run. They'll be super valuable because it's the only time we'll ever have these. So I would definitely prioritize getting them. But also that's what you need to use and spend on StarStake or to buy t-shirts. That's why we haven't come out with clothing for energy, is we wanted to change how people buy. And I literally, when we started working on this, I said I want it to feel like when you go to buy something online, like you're almost reaching in your pocket and grabbing $100 bill and you're paying for it. And then, but you're looking at that bill and you're like, I really don't want to get rid of this. Because when you spend it, it's gone. You don't own it anymore. You don't have it anymore, right? It cashes it in for that dollar value. So maybe it's a Santa Claus bucks and you're like, oh, my kid gave that to me, or my son, my brother, whatever. I'm going to hold on to that. You put it back in your pocket and you choose a different bill. It creates a very personal relationship with the transaction process. It is personal, because eventually we are going to have our platform that will come out shortly after StarStake. We'll see how close, because we're building it now anyway. Whereas it's a marketplace where you'll be able to go and see all these different bills. People can mint their own, so you can make your own Chris Bucks, John Bucks. You can create your own branded bucks from your business. And all you have to do is you put the money in there, you put your own designs. You just have to have, there's certain things like our seals. Let's see if I can find them. Right, we have a couple seal. There's the energy seal. There's the NFT seal on there. The denomination has to be at the top and the bottom. The dimensions always have to be the same, etc. So it has to follow some guidelines. And you'll be able to mint them right on our website, you guys, which is really cool. And you can use those in StarStake. It doesn't matter. As long as they're true NFTBs, NFT Bucks, you can use them in merchants. We have a point of sale system coming out where you can actually, people who have Shopify stores will be able to use our checkout system, payment system, using NFT Bucks. So they can, if you have a clothing company, you can come out with your own clothing NFT Bucks, and you can make them collectible. So when people buy, a shirt or something, they can get a special edition NFT voucher buck, right? And they can use that for things to transact, to collect, all this kind of stuff. This was a big deal because now the transaction, you as a buyer, us as a buyer, to go and buy something, the checkout's really cool because you just choose what bucks you want to use, right? You're not trying to look at numbers and calculate numbers and see these long string of crypto numbers and you're worried, is it going up? Is it going down? Is it worth it? Oh, I don't want to sell right now because Bitcoin's down. All this, it's not practical. It's not usable. It's not real world it's applicable. It just really isn't. So this eliminates that. Now you're probably asking, well, what if Energy goes down? What if Energy Go goes down? What if Energy Go goes up? Well, that's how we offset and stabilize the price. So a cool feature that we'll have on our site, yes, you can mint your own bucks there. As long as you have those bucks, you can use them anywhere. But what happens if you want to hold on to it? So let's say this Jimi Hendrix buck is limited edition. There's only 100 of these minted, okay? And you have one of the 100. Maybe you don't want to spend that. Could be worth something, okay? You hold on to it. Rather than just keeping it in your wallet, okay, you'll be able to put it in what we call our gallery reserve. The gallery reserve will be on the site, and that's where you can see anybody that wants to hold these, you can put them into the gallery reserve and earn a yield on it every single week. A yield, maybe it'll be 6%, 10%, 20%. We did the math, it checks out. And it's likely you can see around 5-6% every single week on your NFT bucks, on the value of these. So how cool is that? And then you can take them out at any time. There's no penalty for unstaking these. It's just a place to put them. It helps secure the system, right? It helps keep the price stable. It helps keep the price of energy go up because all these people are collecting these things. So what happens? The supply shrinks. Okay, but it's also a really cool place. You can go to this gallery and you can look at all these different collections from rare, collectibles, whatever that people put in there, and it's visual. You can actually see that. It's not like staking tokens. You can't see it in crypto. Whereas now people are basically staking art, and you can make a yield on that, and then you can take it out and sell it and flip it or auction it or do whatever you want, spend it if you wanted to. Okay, a really cool feature that we're building into this. So you guys, this has been a huge development for us. It's been a lot of work the last 2.5 weeks building the interfaces, which I just showed you briefly, explaining what this is going to be, making it really fun and exciting to buy stuff. And most importantly, when you go to StarStake, it needs to be something where the average person just understands it. Right? You go there, you see a song, you just grab some bucks, just like you would grab V-Bucks from a game or something. You grab your NFT Bucks, which we are the original NFT Bucks technology, which is stable, the stable technology that has the actual value of the denomination on that. And it's open to people to design their own, especially for people that are creating INFTs on StarStake. These artists, these IP, you could have a YouTuber can have their own currency and collectibles, and they can make money because they can mark it up if they want, if it's a rare piece of art on there. It just opens up so many amazing doors if you wrap your head around this concept, what it will do. And over the holidays, you could have holiday bucks. And, you know, if I wanted to send a relative of mine a crypto, it wouldn't make sense. They wouldn't even know what to do with it, right? They would laugh. They would lose it probably. I could send them an NFT buck, right? They could get an image, put it in their wallet, and they could go to NFTbucks.com and they can actually go and see that and cash it out. They could cash out their Santa Claus bucks, their Chris bucks, their holiday bucks, whatever I wanted to make. And it's just a really cool way to introduce people to crypto without having the whole coin thing, the instability and the speculation and the risk. Now you have the stability of an NFT, the value of this collectible, which is beautiful. It's personal. Like, you can make your own. You can buy ones that you like, use them, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so that is a huge development that I wanted to share with you. And the point of sale piece is a big piece that we're working on to allow other people with e-commerce stores to take advantage, because using crypto, I know like Shopify, we've looked at it all. They have crypto payment processing, but the fees, they take a ginormous fee. It's not a good experience. They're just trying to force it. So whereas us, we can have a point of sale system where it's really cool. You can just choose your bucks, boom, 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 and you can check out, and you can collect them, and it creates even more fan loyalty to these brands when you're actually using their own money in so many ways. Visually, where cryptocurrency has not been visual in the past or stable. And we have that. So super cool stuff. Just that was the update for today. The funnels, all that stuff, marketing things are coming once StarStake is done. StarStake is #1 priority today until October. And then when that comes out, then I think we're going to see the floodgates happen. So you'll have the NFT bucks, you'll have that marketplace, that mint, StarStake and all those INFTs, and then you have Cyber City using NFT bucks too. We have Cyber Bucks there. And then it's just open to the world, see what the world does with it, see how they react to it. I think when they see what they can do here, there's going to be a lot of people making their own NFT bucks, because right now there's just a bunch of images on OpenSea. You can go there and it's a bunch of sketches selling for 2,000. There's no value other than what someone might pay for a piece of art. Whereas these, if you see an NFT buck with these seals, you know it has a dollar value. And if somebody tries to rip this design off and they say, oh, this is an NFT buck, but it's not, you can actually go to our website. You'll be able to go to the NFT Bucks site and verify that it is actually a stabilized cryptocurrency behind it, right? So you could cash it out for USDC so people don't get scammed. Because if it's minted from us, then we know it's stabilized, which is really, really cool. Okay. a quick demo of Creator Hub. So Creator Hub inside of StarStake is where stars and artists and creators go to tokenize their intellectual property. It's very simple. You have to get an invite either from StarStake itself or from a scout. And once you request an invite, you're given a token that you put in your MetaMask wallet. As long as you have that token in your wallet, you're able to access Creator Hub. So let's go ahead and demo through this real quick. So this is your main creator zone or your Creator Hub dashboard. Within here, you're going to see lots of things. How many INFTs you have minted. You'll be able to set up your profile, mint INFTs, mint NFT Bucks, mint your own access tokens. You'll be able to go through our learning center to learn how to tokenize your own IP. And then you'll also be able to see what royalties are going out to those that are sharing your different INFTs. So also on here, you're going to see what your total earned royalties are, who's staking what, how much you're making, how much you've cashed out, what's available, and then how much that is growing. You can choose to keep it in your contracts, keep it in the system, and because of the underlying token energy that's behind this, it can grow for you, or you can just cash it out. In here, you can learn how to get started, you can learn how to mint, you can learn how to mint your NFT Bucks and the access token. So we have our own learning center built into this. Also, you're going to see progress. So somebody who's coming in here for the first time, we'll have this set up for step-by-step of what to do, creating your profile. We have an INFT framework that you'll be able to use to actually figure out all the different little things inside of your INFT, because it might be a little overwhelming. You know, what is the term? What is the pricing? Is it limited? Is it open? Do you want to have something that's, a 3-year contract? Do you want to have something that's limited quantity? What are the royalty amounts? Those kinds of things. We have a cool framework that you can just fill out on your own, and then you can just follow that as you go through this process. Really simple. I'll show you. You can also see how many stakers total with all your INFTs, how much they've actually made, how much royalties they've generated, meaning how much that's been paid out. So the IP royalties is the royalties for your, let's say you have a song and you're making licensing revenue, streaming revenue, merchandise revenue. How much of that is getting paid to your fans? How much do your fans get from other staking? And then how much are they getting for referring people into your contracts, into your INFT? Shows your monthly earnings right here. It's kind of cool. And then what your wallet balance looks like. So this is kind of an overview dashboard where you can see everything in one place. Now, if you want to see your total stats, you can actually go here, and this has actually got your stats dashboard for all. It's kind of a gross view, an overlooking view of all your INFTs that you've minted, all in one place. So you can see all your INFTs and your NFT Bucks just listed in a chart like this. You can see how many stakers there are, how much has been staked, how much your royalties you've earned from this, how much fan royalties have been earned, and how much referral royalties, meaning people that share. Pretty cool how that works. Also, you can see just your totals down there. And then you can actually go to the rankings. The rankings it's a leaderboard dashboard that shows other stars and how you stack up against the competition, I guess you would call it. So in this case, you'll see Sheng Belmonte is the highest producing star of the week. This is how many stakers she has and how much has been staked this week. So it puts her at the top of the list. 130,000 for the week's a pretty good deal. So she's the highest producing star. You also see the highest producing INFT for the week. Those kinds of things. So you see leading stars, you'll be able to follow that, see who's leading the way, and then leading INFTs, actual INFTs that are leading. So a little competition, never hurt anybody here. So, but let's go ahead and see what's the experience of minting an INFT. How simple or difficult maybe is it to really do this? Let's go ahead and check it out. I'll show you a portion of this just in this quick demo. So let's go to Mint INFT. So the first thing, we have 3 different templates you can choose from. We have a video banner template. We have a video thumbnail template. It looks like this. And then we have an image thumbnail. So this would be an image. This whole thing would be kind of a video banner. So you can choose which one. Some are better for others. The video banner works great for music and more multimedia. This is kind of your general all around. And this is great for just pictures. It could be a book or something like that. So let's choose this one. Let's continue. And this is where we go into part 1, which is general token details. We're minting this thing. This is the template that goes, every INFT is built into this card. You can customize the image, the information on here, the token address will populate in here. So whether you go to OpenSea or whether you're on StarStake, this is what people will see. So you go ahead and fill in the title, the category. So for example, we want to do music and song. and then you upload your NFT image, which would put it right into here. So we upload that. So it's the Let Me Know single by Sheng Belmonte. It's music, it's a song. We uploaded the image, and there we go. It populates right in here. We'll even have a category seal up in the upper right-hand corner as well. So let's continue. Now let's put a one-line description about the NFT. It's a very, quick one-liner about what this is, and then the main description, which will go on the page as well. So let's go ahead and fill that in, and then we'll hit continue. Now let's do the availability information. So what's the supply? You can choose to have a limited supply or an unlimited supply, meaning maybe you only want there to be 20 of these NFTs available or 100 available. You can choose that, or you can choose an unlimited supply of these. The term would be the contract term. So how long is this NFT royalty contract good for? When does it open? When does it expire? So is it a 3-year contract, a 1-month contract, a 10-year contract? You can choose whatever you want, but once you do that, you cannot change the term, meaning people that stake your NFT, for example, will not, they're going to stake for that contract, that piece of that royalty contract. So in some cases, if you're a star, if you're a musician, you might want a longer term NFT because of that song might grow over time. Whereas if you're a speaker, you might want to create an NFT for your next event and you want to share royalties with attendees at that event. Or even, for example, a musician could put on a private concert. So you could stake that concert. Maybe that concert's happening in 3 months from now. So you can open up a 3-month term. And so basically people can stake and help fund that whole concert for a piece of the back-end royalties of the revenue that comes from that concert. How cool is that, right? It could be even done for, a charity type event. You could hold a charity concert. And so it would just be maybe a 3-month, depending on how far out that was. So it's pretty cool. You can also do set or open pricing. So in some cases, let's say I only wanted 100, or let's just say 20 different INFTs, and I wanted to charge $10,000 per INFT. I could do that. I could say supply is 10, and I would choose a set price of $10,000 for each one, right? And that's it. Once they're sold out, it's sold out forever. Okay, so very limited supply, or I could keep that open, meaning you could stake $1, you could stake $100,000, $1 million. There's no limit, minimum or maximum. And the nice thing is when you do the set pricing, it will be set according to your access tokens, which I'll show you here in a second. So let's just go ahead and fill that out. Let's go ahead and put the date in here. Limited, there's 100 available. You set the date range, hit continue. Now we want to establish what the staking royalties are. So what are the royalties that come from the staking amounts from fans? So basically the way this works is there's 3 different staking royalties. There's your royalties as a star or an artist, there's the fan royalties, and there's the referral royalties. Okay, and you can just move this slider. So if you want your share to be higher, you can choose that. And if you want the fan share to be higher, you can move it towards that. Okay, so basically the way it works is 70% of every dollar. So let's just say $100 was staked. $70 of the 100 goes to the actual artist in the fan. Okay, so you can choose how much of that you want. Plus there's also out of that, there's 7%. So 7% is locked for referrals, which, if your fan shares your song and somebody stakes, they get an automatic 7% of that. But as a star, if you use, if you're using your own link, obviously, and you're sharing your StarStake INFT, you'll get that 7%. But this stays consistent. This doesn't change. You just need to choose how much you receive of that, which is actually 63%, because you have this 7, or how much the fans get. So you can do it as high or low as you want. So let's just set it just like that. It drafts up the contract. And then let's talk about IP royalties. IP royalties are the royalties that, as an IP creator, that you want to share with them from things like licensing revenue. If you're a musician, maybe you have royalties that come from Spotify and streaming services, oftentimes gigs, advertising, all kinds of different things. You can add as many or whatever type of IP royalties you want to share with your stakers and your fans. So you just go ahead and click add. You choose the percentage. For example, choose 3% here for song streaming revenue. Right? And so it builds this automatically into a legal contract that's built into the staking contract inside a vault in your NFT or INFT. Okay? So you just go ahead and add as many as you want here, hit confirm. and then it gives you a summary of your contract token details. An INFT is what we consider a contract token. That's what has, it's a token with a contract in it. It's got a staking contract and a royalty contract, and it uses a smart contract to actually distribute and do all the magic behind the scenes. Okay, so here's where you see it. This would actually say, you know, let me know, but single, music, song. It's a limited supply. There's only 510 going to be available. It opens the 12th of December. It's done on the 11th of December, 2024. Your description, and then just a quick summary of your royalties. And then you can continue into the page creator. And the page creator is where you now get to share and show off what this is. Basically sell the public, sell your fans on what this is. Establish what the access tokens might look like. So for example, I'll show you what the access tokens are. The access tokens, you can go ahead and mint these. So you create these and you just choose them based on what you want to include. So if you say, okay, if you spend $100 in my INFT, I'll give you access to this high performance monkey, whatever that is. Or I'll give you access to this WEF limited edition t-shirt. Or whatever you want to select. You can select as many as you want, and you can actually give them access while they stake your intellectual property or your INFT. This is just a section of what it's like and how simple it is to basically mint and create your own INFT on StarStake, and how to mint your tokens and attach them to that. And then on another video, I'll show you how cool the page creator is to actually put your page together based on that template, and then how you can interact. And there's basically a simple approval process at the end. So once you're done with this, you'll review it, you'll submit it for review. And when you do that, you'll have to download, it'll automatically create an addendum in the legal contract, the staking contract, the royalty contract, I should say. It'll create an addendum based on what you filled out. You'll sign that and re-upload that. That'll go into our approval department, which will just say, okay, yes, everything is filled out properly. Yes, this is correct. And we will also have a kind of like a KYC approval system. So you'll just have to approve your identity. Because we're talking about intellectual property, it leaves room for people to abuse this. And we don't want to do that. We want to make sure, one, that the artist can protect their IP and somebody can't pretend to be, Marvel or Beyonce or something like that and try to make money from fans, being that they're not who they say they are. So you do have to prove that you are the creator of your IP. It's very important for you as a creator, and it's important for the fans to know that they're spending money on the real intellectual property royalty contracts behind this. So when you go to sell, so if you wanted to sell your INFT or your access tokens, that they are legitimate, you could sell them on OpenSea, you could come here, take a look at the stats, all that kind of stuff. So that's the last process. We'll pump those out. You get approved. It's on the marketplace in StarStake. People start staking. You start sharing your link. Your fans start sharing their link. They're making royalties every 72 hours. That's deposited into the wallets, and you get to watch that grow, not only with the growth of the INFT and the excitement there, but also in the growth of the underlying tokens that are being used, which gratefully we have the energy financial system that is kind of the engine behind this. So you can leave all your royalties in contract, and as energy goes up in value, that royalty can grow, or you can just put it back into the contract. You could easily, with one button, put it right back into and stake more and have a bigger portion of the royalties that come out, or you could just cash it out and spend it somewhere else, or use it, or do whatever you want with it. So that is just a quick overview of Creator Hub.